How you doing, friends? I don't know. The microphone's close enough. Hold on. Get him out of the shot. There we go. All right, it's Friday. How you all doing? Another good week in the zero DTE land. We had a successful trade. I mean, it was an okay trade. I think at 1%, you could have pulled off about 150 to 175% return on your risk. And it was a singular butterfly that we put on, bullish butterfly out of the money, with a risk to reward of about 1 to 7 to 1 to 8, approximately 20 wide. And that was placed mostly right after we had that shocking PPI report that showed that inflation is back. Its ugly head is rearing again. And so we saw that after that report came down and the price came down very sharply. That report came out at 8:30, about an hour before the market opened. The market started to recover. As a matter of fact, it recovered nearly 80%, maybe 90% of the entire move down. Now it has since pulled back, but on that recovery, price went into our profit tent, and it provided us an ample opportunity to profit. Now, one of the things about a butterfly is that it actually presented like the perfect opportunity for this trade, because what had happened was the shock of the PPI report caused a lot of, or an influx of, implied volatility. Now, butterflies, and like most profit or premium collection devices, are what we call Vega negative. In other words, they perform better when volatility is coming down. The opposite of that is that it would be Vega positive, or during a positive Vega moment or higher volatility, the premium in such a device would be suppressed. Now, what that means to the options trader is that you can get in at a better price. So, because the PPI report came out, injected some volatility into the market, suppressed the premium, allowing us to get a better debit price for the fly, and a better risk to reward, and a greater asymmetric strategy. Now, once that happened, the market started to rise into, started to, I guess, regress from that sharp move down. And now we create a Vega negative situation, or volatility is going down because price is going up, this sort of recovery. So you're in the trade at a good price. Premium is suppressed, allowing you to get in there. Now volatility is dropping, so that there are now two things going for you. One is time. Of course, time is constantly working on the decay of that premium, and that premium is rising. But now it is added or given a little boost by the Vega negative situation, so it's rising even faster. So very early in the day, we had a lot of premium available to collect. And that's why even at noontime, you could have easily pulled that trade off with 175% return on your money, where normally at that time, you'd be lucky if you get 20, 30%. So that was the situation today. The price has since tailed off. The question is, will the market end up or down from where it is now? And it has been slowly drifting away. There's only half an hour left in the market. Well, there's quite a bit less than that now. It's 24 minutes left. And why don't we go to the charts? Oh, it's over there. Right there. That's the chart. Right there. All right. So here's 8:30 right here. This is where the market went down on the PPI report, showing that finished goods have shown a marked increase in costs to consumers. Next week on Tuesday, we have the companion report, the CPI, that's going to report. Now, this report here was sans food and gas, and the CPI will include everything. And we get to see next week whether or not inflation really is back. And at least according to that report today, that's a strong indication that inflation is in fact back. So why don't we take a look at that report? And let's see, I think I have a graphic, a screenshot of it somewhere. Is that it? No, that's not it. Is it way down here? No, that's not it. Must be this one. Yeah, there it is. So here's from Forex Factory, core PPI month over month. What a miss. What a miss. They were looking at 0.2% inflation increase or for the month, and instead it was 100% higher at 0.4%. And then month over month also increased. So that must have been a big jab right in the side of Chairman Powell, as well as most traders and institutions. They're looking at that as a bad sign. Uh-oh, now we got price coming down. We need to exit our strategy here. Oh, look at it. It's just, it's died. It's going down. We were hoping that we were going to get a little boost there. That's okay. So we were looking, that was a trade I had on from earlier. I've already made money in that trade, so even this loss doesn't really hurt me that much. Kind of brings me even. So in any event, when we had the regression here, right at noontime was about the peak of that. And then since then, it has been slowly siphoning off. And I wonder if we'll go all the way down to this level, or will we recover in this short amount of time? I don't know about the recovery right now. It doesn't look good. Looks like there's going to be a sell-off. I thought at least that we would hold the line here with the session POC being so prominent. But I think traders are now looking at next week as a real problem. Because on Tuesday, we have the PPI report. I'm sorry, the CPI report, which is core inflation. And given this report here, and the only thing that's going to save us is that now gas and food are in there, and gasoline prices have gone down marginally because oil has been coming down a little bit, but probably not enough to make a big difference. Food prices are still increasing. So I have to guess that CPI next week is probably also going to be a disappointment. And I think that that's what the market right now is kind of pricing in. They're making that realization that, hey, we're going into the weekend. Let's, we recovered a little bit from here, but now let's price in where we think the market really should be. And of course, on Wednesday, we have the rate hike. Now, what's going to be most important about the rate hike next week on Wednesday, the 14th, is the narrative afterwards. Everyone is expecting a 50 basis point hike. However, if there is an outside chance, now there is an outside chance considering that we had a poor PPI reading today, and if we have a poor CPI reading on Tuesday, I would say that there is an outside chance that there's a 75 basis point hike in the cards. Now, yesterday, if you went to the Fed Watch tool, the prediction from the CME was that it was an 80% chance, an 80% probability that there would only be a 50 basis point hike. So why don't we go to the Fed Watch tool right now and check that out. I think that's right here. No, that's not it. Right here. No, that's not it. Right here. Yeah, there it is. All right, let's refresh this page. Now, this is what it was yesterday. Let's see if it's changed at all with the PPI report. Well, it's changed marginally. It went down 2% or 3%. It was almost exactly 80%. So it lost 3 percentage points today because of that PPI report. If we get a negative CPI report on Tuesday, how many of you think that we're going to see these two switch positions? This bar here represents a 50 basis point hike. And so there's a 77% probability being priced in by the bond market, and only a 23% chance that we're going to get a 75 basis point. But if we get a really poor showing of the CPI, I think that these two will switch. Now, the Fed and Chairman Powell, I don't know that they actually alluded to that it would be a 50 basis point hike, or if they said it outright, or it was just sort of backhand or a rumor. But there was a whistleblower that came out earlier in the week that caused quite a stir that claimed that behind the scenes, the Federal Reserve is really talking about higher rate hikes and putting the pedal to the metal for a longer period of time. And so once that came out, there was a lot of panic, and the market went down. It recovered though. So that rumor is out there. I don't know. People were calling this person the Fed whistleblower. I don't know if that is true, but you know how rumors spread around these parts. So there we are. There's the situation right now. We're going into the weekend, selling off. I don't know. Well, is there a possibility that we could come back up? I don't think so. Maybe. What's the possibility that we go down to the lows of the day? Now that would be cool. That would be cool. All right. So why don't we'll do a roll call. Look, if you're watching this video and you're getting value out of it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We do a final hour show just about every day. Every once in a while, like once a month, I take a day off. But virtually every day we'll be here talking about zero DTE, our strategies, potentially take a trade right at the end of the day. Although that's not going to happen today, I can tell you that. All right. Well, thank you very much for the thumbs up. Let's see who's in the chat. We have how you doing with his double bar hello, and Brent is here. How you doing? Howdy, Ty. And Raj V, nice to see you here. All of you, I want you to think about what the closing price is going to be. I really thought we were going to go for the session POC, which would have been 39.61. I am going to say that we are going to come within 1 point of the session low at 39.30. That's my call. So if you have a call, put it in. All right. We have BBBFFF. That's some sort of hex code. I'm not sure exactly what it means. It's probably like a grayish color. I don't know. And Jay Hen, good afternoon. How you doing? Max Virtual One, how you doing? Nice to see you. And Jonas here, how you doing? And Toby. All right. So you get your guess in for the final hour, the final minutes, and we'll see who comes in first, who comes closest, and up for the big prize. There's the big prize. Not really. Eugene, nice to see you. Thank you very much for showing up. I don't know. Maybe we'll come off the bottom and just rise up like a banshee and just go nuts. All right, Toby saying 39.40. All right, that looks like a safe bet. So we have a 39.40 in. You know what I'll do? I'll start marking these off like this. So 39.40, that's top left, that's Toby. This is the way to do it. And I can even put the coordinates in. That way there's no mistaking. All right. And let's see. We have Ty says 39.50. All right. There's Ty. And then Eugene says also 39.50. So we have Ty and Eugene. I've never done this before, so this is a new one. We have Is at 39.46. So Is has 39.46. It's pretty cool, huh? Oh, what happened there? Did I just screw that up? There we go. All right. And how you doing, Junk? Mr. Heck says 39.48. So we might have to bring that out like this. Oh, look at that. I have it right on. So that's BBB FFF. I got to find out what color that is. And Chona says 39.47. Oh, he's saying the SPX. Uh-oh. See, I'm doing everything on the E-mini here. You got to go by this chart here. You have to call this chart. Sorry. That's the rules because I can't go and look, I'm already putting everybody's name in here. I can't go and translate. It's about the same anyways. I think the price differential is minimal. So he's saying 39.47 for Chona. All right, so 39.47 for Chona. She's got, let's see. And we'll bring that one out like that. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, I'm going to have to change that like that. There we go. Wow, look at that price go. It's hitting Toby's mark. So far, it's Toby all the way. These other people are just way too optimistic. But I called. Wait, I have to put me in there. I called right here. I called 1 point above this. You heard me. So that would be, yeah, 39.31. There we go. How you doing, JP? Gold up against resistance. Cash in your coins. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm holding on. Oh, mostly gray. Okay. Yeah, it should be the same. You're exactly right. And let's verify that. Wow, look at the sell off. Um, yeah, that was a total loss. Let's see. Charts. So the difference in points are only 1.3. So, I would say that, yeah, it's going to be about 1.5 by the end of the day or lower. It's going to get to zero real soon. So let's call it even. If you had to round it off to the strike, it would be the same strike. All right. Wow, look at that move. Looks better on TradingView. Well, so far it's Toby. Have any more last minute guesses? Jay Hen says 39.49. Why'd you choose 39.49? It's way the hell up here. You're looking for a last moment. Oh. So that's Jay Hen. And that was at 39.49. What happened with Jay Hen's? Did I screw that up? 39.49. That's good. All right. Milo says, never mind. It's dropping off my screen. I was looking at. Okay. The ES contract expires on Friday. I think next Friday, not this Friday, right? We can tell by going to the options chain. Right? See here? Goes all the way out to the 22nd, actually. So the roll might be on next Friday. See, it's settled on the 22nd. Well, that's the options settled, but see, that's still looking at the December contract underneath. So the options settle on the last day. See, well, actually it says it is on Friday. So how do the options go all the way out? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I see. I'm reading it all wrong. 7 days from now, you're right. It says it right here. The ES December contract which is marked by a Z, and 22 is the year 2022. 7 days from now, so it expires then. The roll probably happens today or Monday. Probably today. Most people are rolling. But TradingView is already on their continuous contract, already using the March contract, which is kind of weird. All right, let's go back to the charts. We've got 5 minutes left, and it doesn't look good. Toby is in the lead. He's going to be right on. He's going to pin it. Toby's going to pin it. I would say the next closest is either Is or me. All right, so Max wants to know, how does it work with prices, Ernie? It's more expensive with March expiration. How do calendar spreads work in cases like that if you buy March and sell December? Well, it's all relative, so it doesn't matter. It is all relative. So typically, that's called contango when prices off in the future are at a higher price. In fact, that's what you want. You want a difference in price so that you can do a calendar. Otherwise, there's no sense in doing a calendar. So you'll notice that I have up here defined the ESZ 2022. So this is the December contract that I'm showing in TradingView. But the options for December will always be on the December contract, the futures contract. Unless you're trading the SPX, then it doesn't matter. Well, you won't be able to trade um, the March contract quite yet. Although the March contract should come out on Monday because they're 8-day contracts. Well, you would think it would come out today, wouldn't you? I don't think it has, though. Yeah, there's no March contract being shown here. So the weeklies are 8-day contracts. Wow, look at that. I think I'm in the lead now. Oh, no, Toby's a little closer. I think it's going to come down and touch the low. Got less than 2 minutes to go. I've never won this. Come on, baby. You can do it. Let's go. We're going to cheer it on. Come on. Yeah. It's getting there. Nope, now it's taking a turn. Look at that last half hour sell off. That is nasty. I have to change the symbol in TOS to just ES, and then it will show the other contracts. Did I have it showing just the? Oh, that's right. I see what you're saying. All right. Thank you, Ty. I didn't notice that. Yeah, you see the H contract. There is an H contract out right here. All right, where'd we end up? I would say that Toby's the winner. It looks like you're a little closer than I am, Toby. It's hard to tell. We're like, yeah, I don't know. You're on the line there. I have to check out what the pricing is. All right, we need to go to the independent board here and find out who won. Oh, great site here. Go to Treasury Direct, buy your treasuries. Where else can you get a 7% interest rate? That's unbelievable. 7%. I mean, who would buy a Series double E savings bond at 2.1% or a 30-year at 4% when you can get a 2-year or a 6-month, I think, at more? Uh, Oh, fixing price. Forgot. All right, we go to the CME fixing price and find out where the ES closed. And it closed at 39.3621. All right, so I chose 39.31. So that means I was 39.36.1. I was 5.1 off. And Toby was at 39.40. So 39.36 won. So Toby wins. Toby's the winner. Yep, time to crown the king, he says. All right. So they're pricing in March to be higher, much higher. So that might say something about where the market thinks the market is going. All right. Let's get back to the big head. So Toby's celebrating. Here's the prize that you're not going to get. Look at that beautiful gold. We'll have more gold to show you later. The CBOE, it's actually a CME website, and that's the fixing price. So look up the CME fixing price, and that will tell you the closing price of the E-mini futures. All right. Well, we had a great week. It was kind of an uneventful week. Small winners along the way, very few losses. But small winners for us are, anything from 25 to 150%. We had one pin trade at the end of the market, and that was a big one, within just a few cents, and that was only a very small risk too. So overall, a very good week. We're mainly trading what we call the Batman trade right now, which is a I guess you could say market neutral trade. In other words, we don't pick direction, and it's not like we always pick direction, even with the singular butterfly trade. Although today I called just a bullish trade there. And the reason why I say that is that even after picking direction, after about 120 trades or so, I'm still only about a little over 50% win rate on that. So it's not like my direction picking capabilities are anything to write home about. So, and that's really a consequence of this market. Last year, directionality, it was easy. I was up in the anywhere from 75 to 95% win rate from month to month. This year, it's been closer to 40 to 55. So it's been much tougher, and that's it's understandable with all the volatility that we have and so forth. Anyways, what I was getting at is that we have switched, or we've added a new trade that we're working out that we call the Batman trade, and that's where you put two butterflies on either side of the market near the open. And however, we still put them on at the same kind of risk to reward. So we're putting them way out of the money, and then playing each of those trades. And for the most part, one of them is a giveaway, and then the other is the one that we're hoping to profit on. We cut our losses very short, so our losses are never more than, say, a third of our total risk. And we're looking to pin or come close to a pin on either trade. It's very effective. It looks like it's working in this market. We don't have a huge amount of experience with it, only doing it for a few weeks. We're going to start talking about it more in the near future. And there are going to be some changes also. Yes, this is a concealed carry hat. I am not concealing anything. Um, we are coming to some changes very soon, and they're going to be minor changes, but I plan on making this final hour show a little bit more regimented, a little bit more structured, and then we're going to start up the podcast again, and we'll be looking at doing that 2 times a week, and that will be much more structured than the podcast in the past, and I'm going to try to provide a lot of value in that podcast. So there are going to be some changes in the format, and hopefully you'll like it. All right. You know what I'm concealing? I'm concealing this bald head. Is that a look? See, there's a bald eagle right there. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. I hope everybody has a great weekend. If you want to take part in our service, it is a coaching and mentoring service where you will learn how to trade our strategy, the 0 DTE strategy, options on the last day of expiration. It is coaching and mentoring where we'll teach you how to become a professional trader, a completely independent professional trader. Go down below to 0-dte.com/try, a 4-week trial. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Peace to you all. See you and take care. Music. I'm all camoed out.